Welcome back. Today we have Thanksgiving football. It's time to thank the family, thank the Lord for having a great NFL slate to watch with the family. Now let me tell you something. We have 4 games to go over. But like,
Four
God,
good
there's only
games.
3 games on Thanksgiving. Well, we have a game on Friday that you guys are not going to want to miss. Black Friday games are here. We're starting to get in the season where like Saturday games are going to start rolling around. Gonna have those random days, but we have 4 great ball games.
I feel like on Thanksgiving, if you get like 2 good games, it's like
Yeah.
that's a good year. This year, now that we got Joe Burrow coming back, I believe, like we went 3 for 3, I think, on matchups.
No, Burrow is going to be back. There will be no T. Higgins in that game, but we'll get to that game later. We're gonna start with the Packers and the Lions. 2.5 is the spread for this one. The total is 49. The Packers plus 125 money line. You told me that 3 weeks ago, I'd been like, you're crazy.
Both of these teams feel underwhelming.
No,
Like they
yeah.
both should be like dogs, and they just like slip a game here and there, lose to a team they shouldn't to. And now I'm like curious, like both guys that should be better than they are facing off against each other.
Yeah, no, there's
Could
a
be
lot
weird.
of sparks that both these teams show, but none of them have put together a game where I'm like, wow, that was elite. Like the Lions just beat the Giants in overtime. The Packers lost to the Panthers. So there's a lot of narratives here that could go around. But we do have player props for this game, and that's what we want to go over here. I am going to take the bounce back kid, Jameson Williams. You go over 3.5 receptions. I mean, he's hit this 4 of the last 6 games, coming off a 0 reception game. I don't see that happening again. As Nick says, with Dan Campbell calling the plays, there's going to be narratives if they got to get him the rock. I think they're going to try to get him the rock here and get him 3.5 receptions. Going receptions over yards could go either way.
I'm leaning yards.
Yeah, could go either way, but I'm fine with just taking Jameson Williams as overs.
I also like Christian Watson.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like he's Jordan Love's guy. I mean, with Matthew Golden still being banged up, ever since like Tucker Kraft came out, really since Watson's came back, like he's been consistent. He's been a little bit like knockoff JMO, like you got to rely on a D-ball, JMO pre the past 3 weeks. But 50 yards in a game against a weak secondary, Thanksgiving, I really like Jordan Love to throw the ball, especially having a game like right around 150 yards last week. Even Christian Watson putting up 50 yards in that game, I like him in what should be a better game script.
Yeah, no. I mean, I could definitely see it. Any of the Jordan Love people that want to lean overs, I think that's probably the way to go against a Lions defensive front.
I really wanted to talk myself into a Jordan Love passing over itself, but with Kraft gone, they haven't looked the same.
No, they haven't looked the same at all. And they have, like, it's like scary bad.
They're struggling
No, like they are
hard.
having a tough time throwing
and
the football.
I don't know if I think it'll be good to get Jaden Reed back, but I don't know if that's your problem solver.
And I don't know how many snaps he's even going to see.
All around, they still don't have a great wide receiver one. It's tough.
No, yeah,
you don't
they're-
realize how bad the wide receiver room is until you actually like look at it. Like, oh, there's not
Yeah.
many.
The silver
options
lining
there.
in that is the Lions secondary is that bad. Like there could easily be, if there's going to be a game where Jordan Love pops off on Thanksgiving, they hits a turkey leg, it's going to be this one. From the running totals, if people are leaning anything with Josh Jacobs, which you can't yards or nothing, but I would lean away from anything Josh Jacobs. It's looking grim if he is going to play. And even if he does play, I think he's going to be limited. Like, I do not think we're going to get, and that would be worst case scenario for anyone taking lines, because then you're splitting Emmanuel and you're splitting Jacobs, and that could be an actual
I also
headache.
think Jacobs is a reason their offense isn't great. Like the touchdowns are there, fantasy's there, but like actual Jacobs, he doesn't look good this year.
I mean, well, yeah, he's struggling in between the tackles. He's just an older back,
Yeah.
and he's
300
an
touches coming
older
off of it.
bruiser back too,
Yeah.
which is like makes it tough. Like you want to lean more into him, but it's just hard to.
One
Like
more-
Emmanuel Wilson, low-key looked good.
No, he
like
did.
looked good.
One more play I like is kind of paired with JMO is Goff over 238. He's hit
Okay.
it 5 in a row, and they just throw the ball. Like Jahmyr Gibbs went for 200 yards, and like Goff still got this done.
Yeah, no.
And overtime wasn't needed. Like we saw, overtime was just Jahmyr Gibbs. They just throw the rock, and for him to put up 280 last week with no JMO, I don't expect that to happen again. I really like Goff to just keep this going. We go 6 for 6 on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree at all. I'm going to lean another over as well. A whole lot of overs in this game. David Montgomery to go over 9.5 receiving yards.
I kind of wanted a Monty bounce back, too.
Sounds insane. Let me just double check that that's where his line's at still. It's at 10.5 now, but either way, I like him to go over. I mean, he's hitting 5 of the last 6 games, and the Packers on paper are great against running backs in the receiving game. Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy, and Saquon Barkley all had monster receiving days against them. Those are the last 3 receiving backs they've had. I get Monty's not their receiving back, but he gets involved. I mean, he's averaging anywhere from 2 to 4 targets a game over the past 5 games. And on Thanksgiving, like, I feel like every time in my brain, like, you just see Monty. I
thought about taking him for a touchdown.
Dude.
But Gibbs is just so good.
Did you see the tweet that went viral? It was like David Montgomery, just know we still love you. And it was like some chick tweeting at like halftime.
No,
and he responded to it.
Did he actually?
Yeah. And it was just like, he was like, don't worry, I know. It was funny as hell. But all right, if we to lean aside for this game, Packers Lions, elite 1 o'clock game. What do you think is the most watched game on Thanksgiving? I seriously, I genuinely think it's the 3 or 4 o'clock game. The 4:25 game.
Chiefs and Cowboys, I think that's a haymaker game. I'd probably go with that one.
I always think, like, I'm thinking Thanksgiving, like,
or
1 o'clock.
Just the time
just time slots. So, like, people are still getting in, talking to people 1 o'clock through 3 o'clock. You have it on the back.
Second one.
Kids are still playing. 4 o'clock, we're starting to get dinner on the table, or people are just finishing dinner. They're getting that, like, full stomach. Chiefs, the boys are on. You see Jerry's World. You're more intrigued to come over. At 8 o'clock, everyone's asleep.
Even if people are eating, like, some TV's on somewhere playing the game.
100%.
Yeah.
And by 8 o'clock, half the people are, like, damn near falling asleep on the couch.
Games are disappointing, so the fact that we got even a good one this year is, like, pretty nice.
It's pretty good. All right. Side of this one, which one did you say?
I really like Detroit, I think.
Detroit
Packers
minus 2.5.
Done the first time. 2.5's, like, close enough for me to feel good about it being just, like, who's going to win. And until I see the Packers offense click, I'm gonna go with Detroit.
All right. Detroit minus 2.5. I think
I want Green Bay.
No, yeah. I think I'm going to lean Green Bay slightly.
Brandon McMahon is gonna botch a field goal.
Oh, 100%. But I think if Josh Jacobs is out, which is where it's trending, and again, you guys, we're recording this on Tuesday morning, and you're gonna see this Wednesday at like 12. So if anything's changed by the time I'm reading reports, anything's whatever, just know.
Do you like it better if Jacobs is out?
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if Josh Jacobs is out, I'm taking Packers plus 2.5.
It's crazy to say.
But that's just because he clearly does not look the same.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of fantasy people are probably going to come from my head. Oh, my God, he's been backpacking my team. But, like, he just doesn't look good. No. And that's okay. And everybody can admit that. It's okay. But I'm going to take Packers plus 2.5 if Jacobs is out. But before we go any further, make sure you're taking all of these lines like we are on BetMGM. Use code BETS when you sign up, BETS, to get up to $1,500 in bonus bets. And also, if you're in the state of Missouri before December 1st and you use code BETS, you'll get a guaranteed $100 back on after any bet you place. You can put a $5 bet down. You'll guarantee get $100 back. So make sure to take advantage of that, especially if you're in the state of Missouri. Let's head to our next game. Chiefs-Cowboys here.
Another good one.
Should be a banger.
This is so much a better game. That's not even good English. This is what is the proper words? This game's awesome
It's
now
an
that the
elite
Cowboys won.
Yeah.
If they got their ass kicked by the Birds, like, it's like it could be fun. But now
that comeback was awesome, dude.
Have a glimpse of a playoff chance. This is sick.
Hearing the discourse about it with all of my Philly friends was fucking awesome. Like, that was hilarious. Because, like, they're the exact type of people, and I love them to death, but they're the exact type of people to, like, think they know, like, enough about ball to where, like, they would have the better coaching decisions. And it's so funny. Like, the hearing back and forth of, like, oh, they should have done this and should have done that. I can't believe they kept this guy in. Anyway, Chiefs, Cowboys, the spread of this game, -3, +3. Total is 52. Just off the rip, I want to take the under. Like, I think it's going to be a good game, but I think we can have a good game that's not a fucking 30-30 game.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs normally don't allow 30 to 30 games because of the pace they play with. And recently, outside of the Cowboys being down 21, they want to establish the run game. Javante's been involved. He's getting like 18 carries a game, 20 carries a game. Like they do run the football a good amount here. Now, what play I'm taking with that, despite them running a football ton, I'm taking Javante's under rushing yards. This Chiefs defense, since their bye, three or four weeks ago now, have absolutely shut down everybody. And even before that, they really have been shutting down almost every team. They were top 8 before the bye. Now they're top 2 after the bye. And they just held JT, who's literally top 3 in MVP voting, to 58 yards.
Insane they shut him down.
And that offensive line for the Colts is also arguably probably the best in the NFL. Like, they're top 3 unit in the NFL right now, or at least playing like it. And they made JT look like a child for 58 yards. Javonte Williams, I love him. My only concern with taking a play like this is obviously we have Pickens and obviously we have CD on the back end of things. Maybe they play a lot of too high shell because of that. Maybe they try to like empty the box a little bit more to kind of stop them. But at the end of the day, the number one way to force an offense into more of a frenzy is by stopping the run. So I think the Chiefs are going to continue to sell out for the run.
68 yards is a chunky line.
No, yeah.
That's a tough over to take. I actually really like little plus money play, CD to get back and put up 100 yards. He hasn't done it in 4 weeks. His hands have been questionable. It's been the George Pickens show. But I really like CD to get his on Thanksgiving and to like establish like, hey, I'm still that guy. I'm still the wide receiver 1 on this team.
Yeah,
His line's already at 74. I'm like, if you think CD's going to have a good day and hit his over, I'm like, what's 100? What's 100 for a guy that's due to remind everyone he's the best receiver in this offense?
Do you just like take Pickens receiving yards and just like don't even think about it? Like
he's
at
so
this point,
fucking nice.
back-to-back games of 140. Before that, he had games of 78 and 79. His line's only at 72. Like
He's so fucking good this year, dude.
no, like it's quite literally insane. It's quite literally insane. The other bet I am taking, though, you might vomit or you might love it. It's going to be Travis Kelce's over.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Travis Kelce's over on receptions.
5.5.
5.5 is a hefty line. I understand.
What's he been doing?
He's been playing great ball, and Dallas has one of the weakest linebacking cores in the entire NFL. And they allowed the 5th most receptions to opposing tight ends this season.
Okay.
And Kelce's been averaging 7 targets a game. It doesn't sound believable when I say that out loud, but he has been having a great season.
He has.
It's just been quiet as shit because the Chiefs are ass. If the Chiefs had a record of like, 8-2 or whatever, 8-3, I think it would be just as loud as it is like every year.
Mm-hmm.
But since their ass is just kind of going under the radar, he's been having great target percentages out of the pass game. This is playing a weak linebacking core. I think he's just gonna get his. I mean, Travis Kelce to score on Thanksgiving feels like
I actually really like a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Like it feels like a guarantee, and you get plus 130 on it. But we also don't know, if I'm not mistaken, if. No, we do. All right, never mind. But yeah, Travis Kelce plus 130 feels like a pretty good play. Javante's minus 155 now to just score.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't scored in 3 games.
One I like. This feels like such a bot play, but I really like Kareem Hunt over 34 yards. Pacheco should be back, but I don't know if I care. Like, he just hasn't looked good for 2 years now. Hunt, he's fat. He doesn't look great either, but, like, the Chiefs can trust him. He's coming off a 30-carry game. He's coming off a 100-yard game. Even with Pacheco back, like, I think that's just a label. Like, he's back. I don't think that means, like, oh, he's going to, like, bleed into the workload. I think Kareem Hunt might be
That guy.
just the better running back at this point, which is sad to say because Isaiah Pacheco was pretty solid 2 years ago. 34 yards for a guy that I think is still going to get the majority of the carries in a short week on Pacheco's first game back. I think that's light for him.
I also low-key love Mahomes over rushing yards, too. Like, taking both of those feels like a good spot.
That's just... What's like the cash rate on that? Feels like Mahomes always be scrambling and getting first downs for
I
people.
can literally pull it up right now. No, but Mahomes hasn't hit it against Buffalo and he hasn't hit it against Denver. But
let's
those
see
are like two of the
previous weeks. He's been tough.
yeah, those are the two like best defenses he possibly could have gone against. Let me pull it up. Mahomes rushing yards over 23.5 specifically. He's gone over the 6 to 10 games, averaging 27 yards per game. But he's also had games of 60 and 66 this season. He plays out of his mind. He's averaging 4.5 rushing attempts per game. Yeah, and this Dallas defense gives up the the second most rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks this season.
He either hits it or doesn't even hit 10 yards.
Yeah, no.
Like he's going for 30 or 7.
No, I agree. But overall, I like that play. That would be another one I definitely would add to the slip. All right. What side are you taking of this ball game? The 425 slot, the one everyone's going to look forward to, the one where your money is going to be on the line.
No hook. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I feel good about them to cover. Last week they didn't cover versus the Colts. So it was 3.5. But I also feel like they played a bad game and still won. They could just somehow like be hot one time. I think they have blowout potential in them. Dallas look good, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs -3.
All right, I'm also taking the Chiefs -3.
I don't think anyone would be taking Dallas +3 if they lost. Obviously, they didn't lose, so I can only do if, ands, and buts so much.
Yeah, but like they're just like they find
they're fun. They're fun.
Like,
I remember before the season, you texted me like Cowboys or the Bengals this year.
Yeah,
they're gonna be 9-8, like awesome offense, and they're exactly that. And
go back to our previews. Me hitting on Dak was a movie. I also said CD though, so. I also said Nico Collins might win Opoy, so we have a lot of hits and we have a lot of misses here. The one hit I did have, Washington to miss the playoffs, lock. All right, I'll shut up. Okay, I'm also taking Chiefs -3 reluctantly, but I think that's the smart direction to go. If I were to take something else, I would take the under. If you don't want to take a side, I like the under of 52 points. If you can get 52.5, the lines are going to change. If you can get 52.5, I would take the hook better, though. I don't think we're going to see an offensive explosion. Like, I think it's going to be a lot of checkdowns, a lot of easy shit. And the Chiefs are going to want to go, especially against with Quinnen Williams now, this rushing defense has not been bad.
No.
Like, it hasn't been something to smock at. But I think the Chiefs can control the clock. All right. 8 o'clock game. Bengals, Ravens. We have official news now, as of this morning, that Joe Burrow will be playing.
Per Joe Burrow.
So, yeah, facts. Per him, he texted me. Yeah, I know. But now we have all the official lines out. So, my official first thought of this game, again, spread is +7, -7. Ravens are favored -7 after starting 1-5. They're now 6-5. The over of this game is 52. A lot of high-scoring games. But my first thought is Joe Burrow is not going to start hot. I'm going to put it on the table now. Everyone's expecting Joe Burrow, Thanksgiving, first game back, he's going to throw for like 300 yards. I do not think so. Like, his line right now is over 250 yards. Are we confident? Like, we have to remember Joe Burrow coming out of his off seasons, out of the early seasons and preseasons. He has never really looked good.
No.
Like, coming out of a few weeks off or a few injuries off or whatever.
Even this year, like week 1, everyone was healthy. 113 yards for Joe Burrow.
No, yeah, like it just doesn't. It didn't click, and I don't know what else to say. I get it's Cleveland. I understand. And the Ravens secondary is not something that's been hot as of recently. I mean, this season, they also look a lot worse because of how skewed the results are for the beginning of the season.
I remember seeing him limp in the middle of the game, but that's literally all I have to provide. But looking at the lines, Derrick Henry is only +105 to go for 100 yards.
He avoided serious ankle injury, just dealing with a toe injury, and it might play.
Short week.
That's all we know. All I know is, I mean, the only silver lining of, like, if you were to take a Burrow over is Tyrod just threw for 230 yards versus this
Very
defense.
True.
And J.J. McCarthy had 248.
That's
like,
the one to lead with.
That's the one to
building
lead
a Burrow case.
But you have to remember, there's no Higgins in this game.
Yeah.
T is out with a concussion. And it'll be Andre Yoshivas. Jamar Chase is back. Andre Yoshvach, Jamar Chase, and Mitchell Tinsley, who
We
looked
don't have
pretty
any
good.
lines, but I wanted to look at a Gesicki line.
Mm.
He's back off injury. He got 4 catches last week. Again, no T. Higgins. Bro's probably going to need to throw to someone if Jamar, something's not going there.
Yeah, Mike Gesicki's line is set at right now 32.5. So you can get him at 32.5.
Kind of like that.
That's not a bad spot. He had 35 against New England. Yeah. He has not he's been injured?
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's not played much at all.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah.
First game back, did it off of injury. I don't know. I kind of like Gesicki.
I wouldn't mind Gesicki either. Especially, yeah, because he was Joe Burrow's guy for a while last year. If we go back to 2024. Go back to the 2024 season. He hit over this line in 8 of 17 games. But when he did hit over, he hit over. Like, he had 90, 73, 100, 86,
I'm not
68.
even worried. Like, last year, we had mainly Higgins and Jamar. No Higgins. Now I feel like, okay, that's 2-3 extra targets for Mike in this game.
And if Kyle Hamilton doesn't play, that'd actually be huge. No, I like Mike Gesicki. All right, we're going to Mike Gesicki over. That will be a lock for us there. We're also going to go with my other play, which is actually, it's going to seem sus, and I'm going to raise a lot of eyebrows, but I'm going Keaton Mitchell.
Ooh.
Keaton Mitchell to go over on his rushing line prop.
Kind of like that.
I also low-key would be fine if you were to take a 25+ for Keaton Mitchell, which you can get for big plus money, because his line is it's under 25 yards. But if you want to go the 25+ route and be like, I want to sprinkle some extra money in, I wouldn't hate it, because I feel like when he has a big run, it's over 25 yards. This guy is seeing a good amount of volume. His snap count has gone up significantly over the past 3 weeks, and he's genuinely taking Justice Hill's role as well as eating into Derrick Henry's role.
He's so efficient.
He's
he'll
efficient.
get 2 touches a game. It's 6 yards a carry. It's
Dude, he finds the tiniest hole, and it's
looks
boom.
good.
He's a lightning in a bottle guy, and against a Bengals defense that I do not believe in, I feel like this is the type of guy that's going to just have one carry for a 50-yard touchdown. We're all going to be like, that could have been Derrick Henry. Yeah. But we took advantage of it because we took his rushing over. So I'm going to go Keaton Mitchell to go over on his rushing yards. I think I'm going to just take 25+ for the plus money, 1 + 130, and kind of rock it from there, because that way we get more value for it. And again, when he does hit over 25, he hits over 25, 31, 31, 43 just in the past few weeks. He definitely would hit over 25. I don't think we're going to get a situation where his over is 22.5 and we take 25 and he has 24. If that happens, you can come back to this video and absolutely scold the hell out of me. But nonetheless, we're going to take the value there. If you had to take a side for this ball game, or an over-under, whichever you'd like, which side are you taking?
It's weird because I would almost put the Ravens in that Lions-Packers territory. They've been winning, which they needed because they were dug themselves into a hole, but they still haven't looked great. Playing close to the Jets,
almost losing to the Jets.
Yeah, but
they had the Jets fumbled in their own 5, did they not? Yeah, that's huge.
First game Burrow though, I still just feels like a fade. I think I'm gonna eat the points with the Ravens.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna eat the points with the Ravens there. I like the Bengals. But Burrow's first game back traditionally has been dog water. He's going to throw for 404 touchdowns now that we're saying this.
Probably still lose.
Yeah, he'll probably still lose, and Jamar's going to have the greatest fantasy day you've ever seen.
I feel good about it. I'm excited to watch Burrow, but I think he's going to disappoint a lot of people.
He might. Hopefully he doesn't disappoint me because that's the only game I can watch. So... And if you want to tell any of these picks that we're taking right now, make sure to do so over on Pick'It. Use code BDGE when you sign up. It's absolutely free to do. You can track your picks. You can track our picks. You can see what everybody's placing in the office. Nick, JMO, myself, anyone. So don't miss out on that. Use code BDGE on Pick'It. Bears, Eagles, Friday. Amazon Prime game for Black Friday. This has been a tradition now for a few years.
This one's decent because I think the year before was Chiefs Raiders, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, no.
And it was Jets Dolphins and.
Well, that was the game last year that the Raiders fucked something up and the Chiefs won in the last second.
It was actually a close game.
Yeah.
But on paper going into, you're
just
what are we
what
doing?
the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
This game, on the other hand, 2 8-3 ball clubs. Looks like the most fraudulent 8-3 ball clubs of all time. But Bears and Birds, +7, -7. Both of these teams, I feel like I could say, have looked like absolute dog water at some point this season. And the other side of it is just like they find a way to win.
Frauds in the playoffs. But you look at the entire NFC, I'm like, everyone's fake good. Like
No, yeah,
Eagles,
like,
Bears,
it's
Packers, Lions.
tough.
Any of them can have a fuck up. It's like,
Niners are 8-4.
yeah, dude, the Niners are going to make it, I think.
Like-
you look at their schedule, they got like no one. I think maybe Seattle one time.
Yeah.
But I got like 12-5 loading for the Niners.
Yeah, shout out Nick for taking the under 10.5 on the Niners. All right, Bears, Eagles. The props for this game, there's not a ton up right now, so we are working with limited supply of exact lines. But what we do know is that this should be a low-scoring game. I don't think either of these teams are going to come out slinging the rock. Despite A.J. Brown starting fast last game, my question is he started fast, and then they just like went away from him.
I mean, the OC, like, he's gone.
No, yeah, has to be.
He's
like,
gone.
there's no way that he keeps his job after like 21, spotting them 21
They
points.
need to like just pay a dude that should be a coach crazy OC money. Like if Mike McDaniel gets fired, that'd be sick for him to go to Philly or something. Like a guy that
Dude,
you know,
if he goes to Philly, I'd be so pissed because they're gonna Saquon's gonna have 1,000 receptions.
because they paid up with Fangio. Like he's, I think, the highest DC in the league. Like keep the same formula and do something on offense.
No, absolutely nuts. I agree. This feels. Yo, what do you think after last week, Colston Loveland? He saw an increase in tick, kind of took over that
Burden a
Cole
little
Kmet.
bit too.
Like they're definitely starting to eat
DJ
in
Moore had a
more.
good game. Like
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I believe in like any one of them being like, okay, this is a increased role. No, I think it's more so just Ben Johnson's offense is getting a little more synced and
I
finally.
mean, it takes time, dude.
Yeah.
It takes time.
So I think the offense will just be kind of smoother all around. I don't know if I see it coming out of one guy specifically. Rome's been quiet since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I like Colston Loveland to go over on his receiving yards here at 32.5. I feel like this is a good spot. Again, receiving yard line, this Philly defense technically by rule is like top 5 in the league against tight ends, but you look at the list of tight ends they played, they count in this counting, like Luke Schoonmaker, they count Brock Wright, John Fitzpatrick, like Theo Johnson, who's been solid, but he's definitely not a top tight end. Danny Bellinger had a big day versus them. It's just like when they play good tight ends, they have solid days. I mean, Jake Furr just had 60 yards on him. I think Colston Loveland's going to be a crafty tight end that's more like a slot than he is even like a traditional tight end. And it's harder to cover those sort of guys. I think he's going to have to get involved here. And I think he's over at 32.5 yards. Feels like a good spot, especially, again, with the increase in the targets and everything. The past, since, middle of, I get Cole Kmet was out for some of this, but since the middle of October, he's at over 4 targets a game minimum and multiple games with 5 and even a game with 7. So if you're seeing that sort of volume, you got to take it.
I got a little bit of an intrusive play.
Oh.
I like Saquon to go for 100. He's done it only once this year.
Okay.
And he hasn't looked good, but it's just like some vibes I get from him sometimes. Like he's due. And the Bears' run D is actually not good.
No, not good at all.
Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell both ate on them last week. You even go back to early in the season, the best game of the year Ashton Genty had was against the Bears. They don't have a great run defense. We saw last week like all their linebackers were out. I don't think they're getting like many of them back on the short week. I think their defense is solid and the DBs like play pretty well. They get a lot of turnovers, but on the ground they get eaten alive. And Saquon been super fucking quiet. I think this is a Saquon vibe game on a Friday night or Friday evening.
All right, Friday evening football game. We're going to be taking Saquon's over there. All right, if you were to pick a side for this game, which side are you taking?
Bears are scrappy, but I think I'm going to go Birds -7.
Birds -7.
I don't know. Convince me otherwise.
I think I want to go Bears +7.
It's a lot.
Like, I want to go Bears
I feel
+7.
really good about the Eagles winning, but like obviously
I
it's
don't think
-7.
either of these teams are like blowout potential teams. But I think if there's like, I think it could just be a close ball game. Like I don't think the Bears win. but I think it's a closer ball game than 7. Like, I could easily being like, Birds have milked a bajillion minutes of clock, driving down to kick the game-winning field goal in a tie ball game, and there's nothing the Bears can do but watch. I could also see a backdoor. Caleb gets one last fucking huck in the end zone.
I think I'm just going to lean into the narrative. Saquon's going to have a good day. Like, that's the only way the Birds could blow them out. So, I'm like, I'm already on that page. I'm going to stick with it. Good game, though. I'm excited for that one.
I like the play. And it should be a good game. All right. Let us know the plays that you're taking in the comments below. Let us know if we missed anything, where we're going to go wrong. You can come back to this video when Joe Burrow has 5,000 yards and Dak Prescott leads the Cowboys to a big win over the Chiefs. Outside of that, we'll catch you. Or Josh Jacobs has a monster day when he's actually playing. So make sure you come back to the video after that. But make sure to like, subscribe, all sort of fun shit down below. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.